Welcome to Real Conversations with Patricia Baranovsky-Schneider, the podcast that takes you on a journey around the world to meet some of the most inspiring and accomplished individuals. Discover their stories, uncover invaluable business lessons from their paths to success, and gain exclusive insights on how to apply their strategies to elevate your life and business.
Thank you for tuning in to Real Conversations with Patricia. Today we have with us Katia Belony. So welcome, Katia. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me, Patricia. My name is Katia Belony. I'm a licensed real estate broker. I practice real estate in the state of New York and internationally. I've been in the business for over 18 years. I got started right after high school. I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki in high school. And then fast forward when I got to college, I needed a place to stay because I didn't have dorms at the time. I went over to a real estate company and I worked with Suzanne, and she helped me to get two apartments. She showed me two apartments and I ended up getting one of them. And fast forward, the next day I was in real estate school, college in the morning, real estate school in the evening.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's funny because I was going to ask you what drew you to real estate and how'd you become a licensed broker, but you kind of just summed all it up. But it's amazing how, they always say life gives you what you need, not what you want. This might have been the calling that you didn't even know you had.
How could you not? Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, indeed.
So tell us, what unique challenges do you see in the Brooklyn real estate market, and how do you help your clients navigate them?
So Brooklyn is a very interesting market. Everyone always asks, oh my gosh, how is the market? What is happening? And I always ask, well, one thing, we're in Brooklyn, Brooklyn is different. Unique challenges. One of the things that we concentrate in Brooklyn is to help people become homeowners. There are not enough homeowners, believe it or not. People are renting and the prices continue to rise. And I remember in 2007 when 3-bedroom apartments were like $1,800. And I said, oh my gosh, how could anyone afford a 3-bedroom apartment? And that was considered cheap now, because nowadays a 3-bedroom apartment in North Brooklyn is about $3,700.
It's crazy when I see the prices of because I knew a couple people looking for, rentals, and literally what they're paying for rent is more than our mortgage payment. It's like, wow, but that's the name of the game. It's the market. It goes up, goes down, this. And I love when people say, well, I can't afford to buy. You can't afford to rent. You're probably better off buying.
And that's the other thing. Like yesterday when I looked at it, and I'm like, it's important for people to understand your mortgage can be less or the price of what you're paying for your rent. So we go around and conduct a lot of home buyer seminars to educate people to take the risk, because in the long run, it'll definitely pay off.
Right. No, that's awesome. Now, you've built a strong reputation as a sales consultant. So what are some key skills that have helped you succeed in this field?
Communication, listening skills, being able to listen more than we speak. Oftentimes, a lot of people, they're the expert in the field and they talk a lot more than they actually listen. It's not what's in it for me, it's what's in it for them. How can I help them achieve their dreams? It's not about me, because when they succeed, I definitely will succeed.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because I'm in the marketing world and I always say that, and some people accept it and some people don't. When I always tell a client, it's not about you, it's about who you're serving, whether it's an investor, a customer, a client, whatever. You could be the greatest in the whole wide world. And that's how people think. I'm the greatest. Everybody should, want to do this. They don't care about Coca-Cola, Pepsi, you're both soda companies, but what makes you different? What makes you better? Why should I care? So especially in the real estate, there are some pushy salesmen, so to speak, where they don't care about you. They just want to make a sale. But, you obviously have the reputation of caring about your customers, and you do what's best for them. And that's going to keep people coming around and recommending you and whatnot. It's important. And so many people are just lacking that skill, and they should listen.
Very much, yes.
Now tell us, congratulations on being honored as one of the Brooklyn's Power Women of 2024. So what does this recognition mean to you, and how has it impacted your career?
Oh my gosh. I remember when we had the conversation at the event and you're like, yes, I was one for Long Island.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The trophy was so heavy to begin with. You told me about it. I was like, really? So yeah, when I got the trophy, I was like, yes, I did not lie. So this meant so much because I constantly work to improve my craft, to help people, to enjoy. I enjoy what I'm doing. I love it, and being able to be recognized meant a whole lot because it kind of like put the seal on the paper. Like, yes, you deserve it. You've done it, and we recognize it. We see you moving, and well deserved, pretty
Right.
much.
People don't realize, like, you're not looking for a pat on the back for everything you do, but when it is recognized, like, I was in a couple articles, and, it's just like, wow, somebody from the outside actually saw what I was doing and making an impact, and that's their way of appreciation. And it's like, yeah, again, I'm not looking for a pat on the back every day, but just seeing the recognition. And obviously, the proof is in the pudding. You have a great success record. You have great clientele, and people are recognizing that. And that's amazing. So kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, you're part of the Haitian Executive Board's feature on Haitian professionals. So how has your heritage influenced your approach to business community engagement?
So I immigrated to the States when I was 12 from Haiti.
Okay.
And growing up here in Brooklyn, um, I'm surrounded by Haitians everywhere. And
Nice.
it was important for me to understand who I was becoming. And believe it or not, my office is located in Little Haiti in Brooklyn.
Wow.
So how could you not? Yes, a couple of blocks from where my grandmother used to live. So it's so interesting because when we finally got the Little Haiti title, and I said, wow, I didn't move into Little Haiti, but it just so happened my neighborhood became part of Little Haiti. So it made me very happy because Haitians are a group of hardworking individuals who come here determined to make themselves someone, determined to actually turn their situations around. Because, as you know, our country is not doing very well, and that's been for many, many years. And that's one of the things I educate our Haitian community regarding utilizing real estate as a vehicle to create wealth. Because sadly, we're unable to do it back home, and America is our new home, and therefore do the best that we can and utilize in real estate to create wealth and stimulate the economy.
That's awesome. And it's funny, like, you don't realize that there's, like, I remember, I'm Polish, and, my grandparents immigrated from Poland. They speak Polish. My dad, never learned it, whatnot. And I remember going to Brooklyn one time, and there was a Polish restaurant, and I went in there, and I was like, it was like little Poland there, this whole little community of all Polish people. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember my grandmother making this stuff. You don't realize that that's a hop, skip, and a jump, like a 15-minute train ride, and there I am, and I had no idea. So it's cool when you have your own little community that you can relate to.
Right. Yeah.
Now, tell us, the event celebrated influential women across industries. So what was it like being among such a powerful group of leaders?
Oh my gosh, the excitement, the opportunity to network. I always believe that your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
Having the opportunity to learn from other women, because being in business, as we all know, it's a challenging industry. And to see that women are able to overcome numerous challenges, being a mom, being the breadwinners for some of them, and those who have gone through so many different challenges, it just certified that it is possible. I should continue to push forward. There are people who paved the way, and giving up is never an option.
Right. No, that's great. And I agree. I love networking because you never know who knows somebody, and you learn from one another. Like I learned so much every event that I go to. Some people learn from me, I learn from them. And, just staying connected, because I've been in the industry for 35 years, and I'm still reaching out to people that I knew 25 years ago. Like, it's a small world out there, as big as it is, and you never know. And I agree 100%. So now
You're
tell us,
right.
you emphasize the idea of gifting a home. So why is homeownership such a powerful tool for financial and generational wealth building?
Real estate is one of the pillars to help create wealth. And I wish I had gotten started before I was born, honestly speaking. Every day I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't have to wait till you're 18 to actually get started. Get started now. Get started now. Don't wait till later. And I bought my first property right after college, and it transformed my life. It gave me so much. It opened up. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that I didn't meet any challenges. I've gone through so many challenges, but it's so important to get started early and do not wait till the last minute. And it's one of the best gifts because that gift doesn't go away tomorrow. That gifts gives you access to so many things. That gives you access to be able to pass it on to your other generations. And I'm an advocate for it, and I encourage everyone to go out there and make it happen. And I actually have the Lifefulness program, which give our young people the opportunity to get started in real estate as early as high school.
Wow. Yeah, people don't realize how it can be passed on. Like my one neighbor, he's never lived in any other home. He was born and raised in that home. His parents were born and raised in that home. His children now live there, and it just gets passed on. Yet, like my husband, he's going to be retiring and, now thinking about pension and whatnot. And it ends with you, so
Right.
there is no, there's just a lot of other options. And you think of, how do I take care of my kids? Well, if you're just going to rely on Social Security and a pension, it ends with you. So you have to have something else. And like you say, real estate, whether you're living there, whether you're renting it, whatever the case may be, could get passed on. And I agree, like the housing market, like we all saw, the past couple of years, you can do phenomenal in it if you are in the right place at the right time and stick it out, and talking to someone who that's their field of expertise like yourself is definitely, and I love that you're doing the program for kids because this is not something they teach you in school.
Yes, that's the missing puzzle.
Yeah. Now tell us, what are some common misconceptions people have about buying or investing in real estate? How do you help them overcome the fears?
As you mentioned, real estate is not taught in school. I don't know why, but here we are. We have the Lifefulness program. We see problems, and we come up with a solution. So for most people, they wait till they're later in life to go out there and purchase real estate. Oftentimes, most people wait till they're getting married and when they're planning a family, starting to have kids, it's when they go out there and buy real estate. And by then, there's 5,000 things going on in their lives. And they thinking, oh my gosh, they need to save. Often, most people always ask and says, is $50,000 enough for me to buy a house? Is $100,000 enough? And I'm like, the good thing is we live in America. There are different programs. The banks have different products that are available. There are grants, and they'll meet you wherever that you are. And let's have a buyer consultation so we can go over your finances and see what it is that you need to have in order for you to buy a house. So the biggest misconception is that they need to have tons of money in order for them to buy properties. But no, there are great products out there to help them. The FHA loan is a great one. You only need 3.5% to get started. Please get started. Don't wait till the last minute.
Well, that's amazing because, this isn't advertised on television. You don't see this on commercials, and everything that you're getting in the newspapers is just saying, this home sold for this much. Nobody tells you that there's a way out, so I think that's amazing that you're explaining this to people.
Thank you.
Now, what's been one of the most rewarding moments in your career, and what lessons did it teach you?
Rewarding moments is every single time that I help someone become a homeowner. Every single time, because I know what it's doing to them and their families. I know what it's doing to the community to be able to create so many great memories.
Right.
Life-changing.
Yeah. Yeah, neighbor. I mean, I'm born and raised in Manhattan, and it just changes every single day. And, to have, we were in apartments back then, so you didn't have anything that was your own. And, now living in a home, it's like, wow, I can put whatever I want on the lawn. I could put the sticker, and just the memories that you build there, you have more space. It's a great thing. And sadly, most people just think, I can never afford it. I'll never be able to do it. I'm not one of them. You are one of them. You're one of us, and everybody can do it. So teaching that, I think that's an awesome trait. So now tell us, what advice would you give to aspiring real estate professionals, especially women and those underrepresented backgrounds? So, who want to follow in your footsteps. What advice would you give to them?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Do not let anyone get in the way and tell you that you're not capable. You are. And partner with other people.
Right.
Network your way in, network your way in to the next level.
Right. That's amazing. Now, anything else you want to talk about that we didn't already cover? Anything you're working on, or how, any good stuff?
This is great. Well, I'm excited. This year, our goal is to obviously help 200 plus families.
Nice.
We have the 2020 vision. We want to make sure that these people are getting their keys. They're starting to get into that real estate level, being able to acquire real estate as a vehicle to create wealth. And as I mentioned, we have the Lifefulness program, which our young people are getting access to real estate early on, so that way they'll be able to acquire the real estate license and go straight into the field. So it's not starting real estate when we're older, but starting real estate right before we start anything else.
Yeah, that's something that it's not drilled into people enough. It's never too early, because people just say you have to go to school, you have to get a college degree, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you don't need to be there first.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
How could people get a hold of you, learn about the programs, find out what you're doing and all that good stuff?
Awesome. On Instagram, I am at Katia, Katia World, WORLD. On LinkedIn, it's my first name and last name, Katia Belony. My telephone number is 347-228-7474, 347-228-7474. I look forward to helping you guys. Please pick my brain. I'm more than excited to assist anyone who wants to learn more about real estate.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for listening to Real Conversations with Patricia. Again, that was Katia Belony. Never miss an episode by subscribing to the channel, and be sure to click the bell notification to be notified of upcoming conversations. So thank you again.
Thank you, Patricia. Much appreciated.
Thank you for listening to Real Conversations with Patricia, talking with some of the most brilliant minds on their journey to success and their recommended strategies. Please leave your feedback and visit pristineadvisors.com to get the latest and greatest business advisement on the planet. Feel free to let me know your thoughts, suggestions, and anything else you'd like me to cover. Together, we can make success happen for all.